Jaden, just the day after, just how do you reflect on this season as a whole and how it went and maybe how it ended?
I think we had a great season. We didn't win the championship or go to the finals, but, we went further than we did the year before. That's kind of like the goal of just getting better each year, and then we kind of did that. No one likes to lose, but, there only can be one winner. I feel like we did a good job this year.
It's clear your first deep run into the playoffs. What did you learn about what it takes and what the experience is like, and how do you think it will affect you going forward as you try to do it again?
I'll say something that I recognize just playing so long into May. I feel like that was just like a little different for me because we never played this long, and then just through the playoffs, just learning how to just like in the game, just staying as a team, staying as a whole, like going through adversity, like on the road and stuff. So just those are the kind of things I learned.
You talked about wanting to train moving forward to play later into the year. Did you feel that too physically, just the wear and tear of like every other day in May? And how do you like go about making sure that you can be your best self into June?
Me personally, I wasn't really like that torn down really. So I was okay. But I would say probably just the work we put in the season. Like the conditioning before and all that stuff kind of sets us up for that. And I think Javar and Scott them do a good job of that. So, I was all right. So, yeah, I don't know.
What was the biggest growth you saw on this team this season?
I would say, like, our maturity, I would say. Like, last year we had a couple hiccups. Like, I hit the wall slow and Rudy got into it. Just like little childish things. I feel like that went away this year. And then if we did have problems, we was able like to talk through stuff with each other.
Jaden, how do you kind of balance growing your offensive game individually with kind of the role that you have on this team, which is to, be not the first or second option out there a lot of times, and how do you kind of view that challenge for yourself as you head into the offseason?
Just overall everywhere, like every aspect of my game, just mid-range, layups, threes, just try to work on everything, and then just when I get back here, just having the confidence just to go out there on the court and do it. Like you said, I'm not the first or second guy, but when I get an opportunity, just try to make the best of it.
Jaden, you're a few years into the league now, you're getting paid, you're going to be a parent. How are those things affecting you in terms of your approach to the league and the game versus when you came in?
They're really not, to be honest. Like, I'm kind of the same way I was when I first got here. Things do happen around that you kind of like think about, but I kind of think like having a child is kind of a blessing for me. And then I got to grow up now. I can't be a little kid no more, act like a kid. So, I'll say that and just, I don't know, being myself, staying humble. I feel like that's what helped me out this whole series this year.
Jaden, what does this team need to do offensively to hit another level last year? Like, I think about defensively, what you guys did from last year to this year. Was that because you were like super locked on like we're doing defense? Is that what it needs offensively, or what has to go into kind of leveling up?
I don't know. I would say like we're for sure like mostly defensive team. Like that's what coach always talks about the most, and like that's what he wants our identity to be. But offensively, I feel like everyone's so versatile to like where we all should know the plays, all like in different spots and stuff. So like just say I could bring the ball up one time, we could still run the same set. So just like everyone knowing like what they need to do and where they need to be at.
Jaden, why do you think your shooting numbers dipped this year?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
Shot selection, everything, as you look back at this year, happy with the shots you got?
Yeah, like, I was happy with them. I just continue to work on my shot, and if they go in, they don't go in. That's how I just think about it.
Jaden, do you have kind of any feel for what exactly got in the way in this series against Dallas that, you guys had such momentum coming out of Denver and it seemed like you were in a really good place and then did hit that wall? What led to that?
I'll probably say just them first two games is what kind of like let us down the series. Like, you never want to be down like 2-0 or 3-0. So like, I feel like those were 2 winnable games we could have won, and we kind of let it slip away, and we put ourselves in a hole.
You've always kind of spent a lot of time here in the summer working on your game and stuff. Is that kind of the same plan going forward?
Yeah, I'll be here this summer. For what I know right now, yeah, I'll be around.
Jaden, it feels like every year we talk about like what's next for you offensively. It did seem like pretty similar roles from last year to this year, but do you see your role kind of continuing to evolve with this team, especially maybe as like more perimeter playmaking is needed?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. That's just like the goal. That's what I'm going to work at every year. I mean, just continue to work on my game, and whatever coach wants, I mean, that's what I got to do. So,
Jaden, you make all defensive team this season. Obviously, you have a physical skill set to be an elite defender. What is like the mental part that makes you a great defender?
I'll probably say like I'm not really scared of no one or going up against like the superstars and stuff. And then I would say just the mentality is just like not wanting the person to score on you. But it's hard because the players are so good. They make crazy shots and stuff. So I had to learn to just be patient with myself when they do like go on their little runs and making 3 in a row and stuff. So just stay hungry and just liking to guard the best players.
What was that process like of controlling some emotions? You've talked about that before, but it seemed you mentioned the punch the wall, but like that stuff didn't happen this year. You got frustrated on the floor, but seemed to remain calm. What was that?
A lot of talking with Adam. He helped me out a lot this year, just before and after game. Just for me, it was like things like people trying to trick me into fouling them or just try to get me off my game. So he would always just be like, just you already know they're going to do it. Just be aware of the things you're going into. So he helped me out a lot this year.
It kind of plays into what I was going to ask you. You did start off with a lot of fouls early in the season. You cut it dramatically. Some of it was the way the refs changed it. But what habits did you take on that really helped that process?
I tried to challenge myself, and then Dale as well, of just saying like no first quarter fouls, and they even like try to end the half with at least 2 fouls or less. So I feel like when I did that, I was able to play as many minutes as I could.
Any other questions? Awesome.
Thank you, guys.